Welcome back, lovelies. Today, I'm just going to put it out there. I am very excited for this right here. Don't want to show my name. I'm so excited. So, let's get into this. Let's get this open. Let's do some swatches. And we're also going to do Get Ready With Me with this palette from Lunar Beauty, the new palette that he just came out with. So if you want to see this, then please consider subscribing below, ring that bell, leave me a like down here, and most of all, please leave me a comment because I love talking to you guys and I answer all comments. But now, let's get in this package because I am so excited to touch these shadows. When it opens, it looks like this. You have the card. Look at Manny. Like, not playing any games, I'll say that much. Then we have this. This is how it's packaged. Very cute. So it looks like this. Little bee on the sticker. The paper even has a bee on it. So cute. But here is the main attraction. The Lunar Beauty Life's a Drag Facelift palette. So pretty much the Life's a Drag 2.0. Now, I never got the first one. So this is my first Life's a Drag palette. And I'm so excited. That's why I have no brows and stuff on, because I'm going to get ready for you guys. Let's open it up. There is the back. Look at the front. You have your colorful side. You have your neutral side. Like, excuse me. Okay, then. You get a big mirror. You can see the makeup. You get a big mirror. And here is the palette. Let's give you some close-ups. Okay. So I'm thinking what we'll do first is we'll do all the swatches, then we'll try them on our eyes. Wow, this looks good, you guys. This is like an all-in-one, all-you-need palette. You got your neutrals, you got your colors, and then you got 3 shimmers, I think this one might be a metallic and those might be shimmers. I'm not sure, but we'll see. So let's swatch. I do have, I think it's the Eclipse palette, so I do have one of their palettes. Sorry for that shocked look, but like, wow. That, do I need to say more? We're gonna do the all neutral side, and then we'll do the all colored side and the shimmers because I want to do them separately. Here are the first 3 on the neutral side. Now that's definitely a white. That's a beautiful color. This one might be a little hard to see or not. Wow, you guys, those feel like freaking silk, okay? Like, those were so soft, I just can't. His matte formula is something to talk about. There's the next 3. That's a pretty color. That reminds me of fall. Maybe my hand was wet or something, because I always keep a makeup wipe with me. And I'm going in a circle 4 times like I do every shadow. Wow, look at that black. It's like a black hole. That's one swipe, and I barely pressed. You guys, I don't know if this palette is sold out or not. Wow. And I honestly do forget what it retails for, what I paid for it. I think it was like around the 40s. If I'm wrong, I'll put it here or what the actual price is, but I think it was around the 40s. Maybe 35 or 40, but it might have been a little more. I'm not sure, but I know it wasn't less than 35. Okay, now we're gonna do the 3 shimmers. I'm excited to touch these. See how wet that looks? Wow. Look. Let's do these. That Look at that, you guys. If you like a wet eye, that is your shadow right there to make it that. And that, look at that. But that one more looks wet. This just looks like a nice shimmer metallic. That's definitely a metallic. Look how beautiful those are. Okay, now we're going to the colored. We're going to do the first row. Look at that rainbow. Love that. See if the colored ones feel and act when I blend them out, which so far they definitely feel the same. I still got shimmer on me. Here we go. Blend onto my arm with ease. Look at that. Okay, Manny, I'm seeing you. Oh, that pink's not as pigmented as the other two, but it's still there with, it's still there. And I have heard pinks, I'm not a makeup creator, but I have heard pinks and purples and reds, are a little bit harder to get the pigment, but look at that. Okay? Or I should say blue, but it does have like a purple undertone. Oh, I thought there would be more to it than that, but that's fine. Ooh. I mean, the pigment's there, not as strong, but there, but that's okay because dark colors like that, to be honest, I don't want them to go on super dark. And then when I try to blend, they're just stuck there. So I'm not that mad at those. Oh, look at that one. That went on really good. Oh my gosh. Okay. Let me wipe my fingers and we're gonna look at these real quick before we start playing with them. This is a beautiful palette, you guys. Beautiful, and that's what it looks like after swatching with a finger. But I will show you what it looks like after we do our face with it. So, let's do that. Now, I'm going to try out the Tarte Too Faced. Those are two different brands. I'm going to try out the Peach Too Faced concealer in the pot because it seems to be a stiffer concealer. I'm going to try that to put on my lids before we get into eyeshadow. And we're going to put it underneath as well because we're going to do a crazy look. Remember, I am not a makeup artist. I'm just somebody who loves makeup and wants to play. Okay, we're going to start out with the crown brush that I'm pretty sure I got in my BoxyCharm, or I bought from BoxyCharm, one to two. And we're going to do a rainbow look on this eye. I don't know how well that's going to go, but we're going to attempt a rainbow look on this eye. By the way, that concealer doesn't look too bad under my eye either. But anyways, where to begin? I don't know. Now, I'm not saying we're going to go in order like the rainbow. We're going to tap into the yellow. We're going to start that right on the inner part of my eye. Just tapping it on. Going back in for more. Pretty good yellow. Now this is a more dense brush that I'm using, by the way. And we have our color switch. Now we're going into the orange. Same thing, we're gonna tap it on and we're gonna overlap the yellow. Ooh, that orange is definitely way brighter and way more pigmented than that yellow. Now I'm going back into the yellow and going over the orange so that I can hopefully blend them together. Okay, now we're going into the pink. And again, over top of the orange. And I'm gonna blend them a little bit in together. Back into the orange. Now we're going into the purple. Whoa! Almost poked my eye out. Blend a little bit. And remember, at the moment, we're just placing our outline. We're not worrying that much about blending. Now we're going into that purpley blue. And yes, I'm blending a little bit, but like not intensely. Now we're going into the green. Actually, no, we're going to go into that other deeper blue that's just blue. And I'm just feathering it outwards a little bit. This sort of looks like so far. Now I'm taking a brush like this, and by the way, I didn't show you the brush, let me show you. It was just like a slanted, not slanted, just like a more fluffier blending brush. It wasn't a dense one. Now I'm taking like a pencil brush, going back into the yellow, and I'm defining that line, kind of blending it out a little bit. And then the blue. Now I know this is a very high up wing. This is not an everyday wearable look. But I'm playing with the drag palette. I don't know how to do drag, but I want a more crazier look today. Now I'm getting this fluffier brush like this, and I'm just gonna blend. Now, because this is so crazy, I don't want the lid to be this. And we did not use the green, so I'm gonna try making the lid green. This might mess it up. It's makeup. If it messes it up, we can start over. But before we do that, I'm gonna take this makeup wipe. Look how much better that already looks. There we go. Now you gotta make sure that's dry. You can't put makeup over somewhere that has wet makeup wipe on it. I'm going back into that flatter one because I have been using my switch, the one we started with. I shouldn't say flatter one, that fluffier one, I mean. We're taking the green. Green does not seem to stick as easy as the rest. And then I'm going into that lighter blue. Definitely gonna blend it into this. And then we're gonna do what we did a second ago, which I guess we could have just waited to cut that with the makeup wipe. And I'm blending it all the way up so that I can get remnants of the green on the tail. Okay, and I'm gonna take this makeup wipe again, and I'm gonna cut again. See? I'm taking this more flat end. If you can see, it's a flat end, very dense brush. And I'm just blending between the colors on top and bottom. Just a little bit though, it wasn't that bad. Going back into the yellow again. Get because I want it all the way down. And it's going under a little bit. It's like a yellowish green. Kind of mixing with the green a little bit. See, it's making like kind of a not as bright yellow, which is fine with me. That's kind of what I wanted. Just make sure your yellow doesn't disappear up here. Wow, I'm surprised by this look. I ain't never done a look like this. Now for underneath, we're using that like turquoise blue. I know it's a very big brush. That's because I want it blown out. I'm just blending it out. And again, mixing it with that dark green and back up. And that's what makeup wipes are for. I want it blown out, but I don't want to look like the freaking Hulk. Back to my pencil brush. Let me try it again. Back to my pencil brush. Back into that green, because there's just a little area here. There we go. I am cleaning up around here. Because it was a little too blown out for my liking. This is what we have so far. Now on this side, I'm going to do a more neutral look of what I would normally wear with this and not this. Now we're going to go into the other side. Let's put on our concealer on the other side. I'm using a Lovelies brush for that, by the way. Okay. So for this side, actually before I do that, let me show you guys the colors where I dipped in. It wasn't that bad, honestly. Now, I think I'm going to start out with this one right here. We're going to use this one. This is my, as you can tell, favorite kind of fluffy brush. There's no point in patting. This is just a transition. And as you can see, there was not a ton of fallout, by the way, on this eye, which I like a lot. Might have been in the pan, but not on the face. And I wasn't tapping the brushes, by the way. Same brush. I'm going in with this more gray toned brown. Now, just so you know, I kept it on the outer half of the eye, but I am going to take it down in the half circle motion, but I am going to take it into the front. So I'm only keeping the rest of it on this part of the eye. You guys, these blend so easy. If you are new to makeup, granted, I'm not new, but I'm not a professional. This is a palette for you. Now, I'm going to take the one right next to it, that one. And I'm putting that on the inner third. Not patting it on first because I don't need a lot of pigment, just a little bit of color. Now with that other color, I'm blending it at the top, that one I just dipped in. I did not re-dip. I did what I had to here, and with what's left, I'm blending it up here. Like that. And I know it's going to look weird, but now I'm dipping into that white, and I'm putting it on the inner third as well. I am patting. Now I'm going to blend. So it lightened it up a lot, and I'm going back in for more. I like a matte inner corner look. Now I'm just going to blend the two together out here. With the same brush, no more product than what I just got. There we go. And I'm blending it under the corner of my eye a tiny bit. This eye is going to be very simple. Now I'm taking that flat top dense Jeffree Star brush, going into this redder brown right there. Just a few dips. And I'm pressing it into my crease up here. I'm going to blend. Just back and forth. Just to give me a little bit of dimension there. That's all that's for. And I'm pressing it in, but not really hard. And I'm also keeping it on the outer 3/4 of my eye. See the difference? Because I have hooded eyes, when I close them, it gives me a little bit of dimension. I'm doing this without my air, guys, because I feel for you and I want you to have that noise, but God, I'm dying here. Now, I'm taking this brown right here with the same brush. It has a little bit of that red, probably remnants of it, and I'm putting it under my eye. But right up on my eye. Now I'm going to get that pencil brush that we used before. Going in that same dark brown we just put under here. And I'm drawing my wing up like this. And over. Now I'm going to take my wipe and I'm going to follow that line. Do you see? There's a reason for that. Now we're going to take that dark brown and we're going to fill it in. We're pretty much, I don't know where that came from. We're pretty much drawing a wing without the eyeliner. Now you're gonna see it like comes down and then connects. It's because I have hooded eyes. That's how I do my wings. See? It looks weird, but then watch when my eye closes. It looks normal. Now, I'm gonna go, where is it? Back to this brush. We're gonna blend this. Not down here blend, just up here. And then our pencil brush, right here, we're gonna dip into that. Hope it works. Oh, that definitely works. Let me try putting that on with a brush. I'm gonna use this Jeffree Star, like really dense brush and see how that works. I think this shade works better with a brush, you guys. Okay, there is the neutral eye. There is the colorful eye. What do you guys think? Please don't go too hard on me in the comments. I'm not a makeup artist. This is just me playing around. And you could also make this more nighttime by using black instead of brown. There's what the palette looks like after everything. Not too bad, honestly. And it does magnify closed. A pretty good magnification. Okay, now let's finish our face with this crazy eye look going on, but I want to try out, that is a makeup wipe. I want to try out the Shein foundation and concealer that I bought. So we're going to try that now. So I'm not going to put primer and everything on because not going anywhere. It's gonna come off. But if I remember right, this concealer is really light. Oh yeah, it's really light. So I'm probably gonna put that on before the foundation. Get what I put on my hand real quick. Oh Lord. I'm glad I'm putting that on before the foundation. Look how white that looks on me. But I want to test it out. So, this is how we'll test it out. It's a very liquidous concealer, that's for sure. And a little goes a long way. But I mean, don't get me wrong. It has its thickness to it. I'm just saying it's a little on the liquidy side. And this is the Shein sponge. Here it is without water, and here it is with. It did get bigger. I don't know if you guys can tell, but it did. It's probably still getting bigger, but... So we're going to use the Shein sponge as well. Make sure I got all the water out. Hopefully this is my shade. Looks a little yellow. Even if it ain't my shade, who cares? It's makeup. Let's play. Okay, let's blot it in. See how it works out. I don't know if it's... The foundation has a scent. Look how much it soaked up. The foundation does have a scent to it. I'm not sure if it smells good or not. I know that's weird, but I can't tell if I like it or if I don't. I did my makeup ahead of time because I wanted to see if there would be fallout. And I don't know if I like that concealer, I'll tell you that right now. I know I put it under, but my eyes, under eyes, look pasty. Let me zoom you in and see if you can see this. Look at my under eyes. We're gonna use a ColourPop one. And I know I like the ColourPop. So, if it's still happening, then I know it's the foundation. If it's not, then I know it's the concealer. It was the concealer. Look, I'm gonna zoom you in. Look at my under eyes now with the ColourPop. They don't look so pasty. Just saying. Now, we're gonna try this Fenty Beauty lavender powder under my eyes and see what I actually think about it. Remember before I didn't like it, but maybe I caked it on too much. So I'm gonna put the tiniest amount on. I'm gonna tap it off. Now I'm actually like scraping it off. Actually, I'm gonna do it like this. Tap it off, tap it in my hand, and then put it on. Yeah, that concealer is a no. I like the ColourPop concealer over the Shein, and they're about the same price. So if you're going to get one, I would get the ColourPop, not the Shein. I look so crazy, I can't get over having 2 different eyes. Just putting that lavender powder wherever I put concealer. Now I'm going to inspect my under eyes. I mean, no, they look good. Okay, Fenty. Now, I will tell you something. My favorite powder of all time is from Ciate London. It's the Everyday Vacay powder. My skin feels like silk when I have it on. I don't know. I don't know how to tell you guys, but it is a little expensive. I got it in BoxyCharm, and I love it. Anyways, now we're going to try setting our face with the e.l.f. Sheer Tint powder that I got, if you guys remember. We're going to use a brush. Actually, we'll use our beauty blender. Guys, I am not mad. I know I look weird on camera. My face looks real yellow, but in person, it matches good. Okay, so what is next? Okay, today we're going to try our Jaclyn Hill Blush and Bronzer Duo. This is the color that I have. We're going to try and bronze with this again. We're going to try. Actually, before we bronze, I'm going to put my brows on, and I'll be right back. And you already know the brow products. ColourPop. So, 1 second, I'll be right back. Okay, brows are on. My favorite bronzing brush is by BH Cosmetics, and it is this one. It does not have numbers or anything. It's just, I forget the name of this collection. If I remember, I'll put it below. This is my favorite bronzer, Rimmel Natural Bronzer. But this video is about trying things that I haven't used before, so, I mean, I've used this once, but forehead. This has got to go. You know what drives me nuts when I watch people that do makeup tutorials and their hair is hanging in their face? It's like, how does that not bother you? It bothers me watching it. I like to take my bronzer up into my cheeks, by the way, or my contour bronzer. To me, they're the same. But that's just me. I know they're not exactly the same. I'm not dumb. I know they're not the same. Just saying, to me, they are. Okay, I'm gonna grab my nose with it a little bit. This is how I contour my nose. I don't do that hard, that super fine, snatching, make your nose look like a twig contour. I take it on one side, take it on the other side, take it in the middle on the top and on the bottom. That's my contouring of my nose. Okay, We are contoured, bronzed, whatever you'd like to call it. I will say, this Jaclyn bronzer is not very pigmented. At all. Let me see. I don't know, maybe it just doesn't pick up on a brush that well. Maybe I don't know what I'm doing. And I also don't bring it down to my cheeks. I bring it to about half point. For blush, we're gonna use Kimchi. And for highlight, we're gonna use Kimchi because I have not got to use these yet. So we're gonna do blush first, of course. I got the one in 05 Peachy. Looks like this. I will swatch them both for you. That's the lighter one, that's the dark one, and they feel buttery and nice. So let's do that now. Using the 125 from BH Cosmetics. It's like a domed, fluffy brush. It is not dense at all. We're just gonna mix them. Ooh! I better be careful. And I run it down and mix it in with my contour bronzer, whatever I'm wearing. I'm gonna take more of just the lighter one and hit my apples. Oh my God, do you see that? That lighter one, I thought it wasn't gonna have much pigment, but buddy, it did. Okay, now I'm scared of it. We're gonna go into the other side. I'm pressing it in first just because I'm scared. Again, blend it down into my contour. And I also like to take it up behind my eyebrows like that. More of the lighter one. And I'm gonna dip into both and go over my nose. Let's see if I need to take my beauty blender and lighten all that blush up. Oh my God, that is a beautiful blush, you guys. Look at that. Wow. Just a little bit on my chin. Take my beauty blender and veil it out. We don't want a lot. All right, there's our blush. Now for highlight, we have Hollywood Glow 03. Looks like this. I will swatch those for you. Not a very blingy, at least it doesn't look very blingy. Doesn't mean it's not, just saying. I like little brushes like this for my highlight. I'm gonna mix the two, honestly. Okay, it is a very subtle highlight, but I'm liking it. Can you guys see it? Very pretty. Of course, we're gonna hit the nose. A little bit on the chin. Oh, take out my damn eye. And there's our highlight. Oh, that is beautiful. Look at that. That is pretty. For mascara, I am using the They're Real Magnetic from Benefit. This is a good mascara, you guys. And so is the CoverGirl Lash Blast Clean. The CoverGirl Lash Blast Clean, right? Yes. Lash Blast Clean. This is a really good mascara. Actually, I've already showed you guys this one. So we'll show you the CoverGirl one. Get our hair out the way. I like to curl my lashes before and after. I just tilt them up. I usually hold them for 10 seconds. But like I said, I'm not going anywhere. It's not that big a deal. Sorry, but I do need my mirror. Here's what the applicator looks like. It's a very thick one. I'll show you one with and one without. Be right back. Real quick, before I put the other one on, this is with and this is without. Sorry, not the best at showing off mascara. I'm sure you can see the difference. Be right back. Okay, for lips, we're using an Ace Beauty lip liner and the new lips. Two of them together from ColourPop. Let's draw our lips on first. Lip liner's on. We're gonna put the color Fab, which is the nudie color, around the outside, and we're gonna put nice things in the middle, or at least that's the plan. Okay. These do have a little bit of a crayon smell to them. I actually think that is beautiful. I actually think those two together is gorgeous. Look at my lips. So this is our full face, lovelies. What do you think? Let me get my glasses off so you guys can actually see. We have this side. And we have this side. So what do you think? Did I do the palette justice? Does my eye looks look good? My eye looks look good. Does my eye looks? Do my eye looks look? You know what I mean. Let me know what you lovelies thought about my two looks today. This or that. Let me know in the comments below. Do you like eye 1 or do you like eye 2 better? Please let me know. But consider subscribing down below if you're new here. And if you're new and you've already subscribed, welcome to our lovely little family. Hit that bell up there so you know when the next one comes. Leave me a like if you enjoyed this video or any of my others. And please leave me a comment, like I said. Which side do you prefer? Are you getting the palette? Have you gotten the palette? And I'll see you lovelies in the next one. Bye.